Now, now we have till 23 December, and then 2 weeks more in January.
Oh,
Yeah.
we finish our studies by 1st of December, and this week is the last lecture week in our university.
I understand. I understand. Congratulations. I hope your student will finish very well the semester, and they may be glad a little, will be glad a little about their holidays. And do
Yes.
you start when? The second semester?
Yes, we start 1st of September.
But the second semester or not? The second
3rd of February.
in February, more or less like that.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, okay, I think that we can start, dear students and dear colleagues. Today we have a guest lecture from our partner university, the University of Iași, Romania. Professor Irina Manolescu is with us today, and she will give a lecture. Irina, can you show your screen?
Yes, sure, sure. In a moment, and let me know if it's okay.
Okay.
Just a moment now. If you see,
Yes, we
yes,
can see.
a cat, of course, because always I try to insert a cat in my presentation. I'm a old crazy cat lady. So please let me know if 15 minutes it's normal lecture, the time, because I have to, or less or more.
Okay, normal.
Yes, till more or less at 2 o'clock or 5 to 2, something like this. If you need a break, please stop me, and I can manage to finish earlier if it's too much.
Okay, don't worry.
Yes, I know it's so difficult even in this online session. So first of all, thank you for all of you. Thank you especially to Nadia, because we have, I think, a close collaboration, more than 1 year. We celebrate this fall 1 year of our collaboration, and in this time we see each other a lot. So it's very good. And I hope in the future, maybe with many of you, we can collaborate, because we are not so far away one of each other. The topic for today is projects in partnership. I think it's very, very important for one hand to understand projects, and for other hand to understand partnership, because nowadays, if we are not in partnership, the results are not so great. I think all of us think the same. My name is Irina Manolescu, and this you have my contact email. Also, you can ask Nadia if you have some questions, some proposition. Thank you very much. Some few words of introduction. I teach project management, so for me and for a lot of my students, projects are very important, because they give us a good start in our career, in our lives. Maybe projects are a very good background to demonstrate our capacities, our leadership, or our specific expertise, our competence. This author, Tom Peters, is very known author in management. He give us this definition. It's not exactly an academic definition. Everything is a project. Everything can be structured like a project. Also, for me, it's very interesting, this speech, this proposition of this affirmation of Walt Disney. He think it's better to quit talking and begin doing. This is the philosophy of the projects. But nowadays sorry, but we will talk because we are in classes. Here also we have a very complicated map.
Excuse me. Олександр Чернишов, виключіть, будь ласка, звук. Олександр Чернишов, будь ласка, виключіть звук. Дякую. Окей.
Yes. Thank you. This is a very complex map that brings us in one slide what we have to do in order to make or think to a project. But for me, it's very interesting that partnership is not here. And for me, this mind map is not completed because here there are no partnership. And we will see for European Union, for example, partnership is the first principle in making projects. The structure of my presentation, I think to put these things very short, in a short way and clear, I hope, because it's important to understand the message and maybe not so much theories or models or definitions. Please let me, because I like a lot my university. I think you are also very fond of your university. So let me make a short presentation of Romania, Iași, and my university. And then in the topic, what is partnership, a little bit of context, types of partnership, and some problems, and how to build a partnership. In the middle of my intervention, in the middle of my conference, please participate in one short exercise in order to see who is in order to test our empathy, maybe to see if we are good partner or not so good, and we have to work on it. It's not a definitive evaluation. A brief presentation of Romania. We are here, very close of you. And we, like another countries, we think we have a lot of beautiful places. Maybe for me, it's very interesting that Romania is very well known in Europa. For this reason, we have a lot of economic migrants. I think here we are maybe the same, but you have not economic migrants, but war migrants, and it's normal. But also interesting fact, this come to my mind when I see the Chernobyl 5 very short movies about Chernobyl, American movies in HBO. And in the final of this movie, they put the number of dead people are not known. Maybe there are between 4,000 and 93,000. We can see we like economists don't like this kind of ambiguity. We like the exactly figures, but sometimes we don't know exactly how many people are left from Romania. I think it's the same in Ukraine. Maybe you don't know how many people leave Ukraine. So we don't know exactly how many economic migrants, but besides of this not so good facts, we have Romania of nature. We have a lot of beautiful places, Danube Delta, and some mountains, and some big carnivores. Romania of castles, all of countries have some castles. We have Dracula castles, of course, and we say Romania of action with a lot of impressive buildings and a lot of sports. Maybe winter sports are best now. Also, we say we have a very deep and very creative Romania. We have a lot of interesting places like this. It's the only one in Europe, happy cemetery. It's not a sad cemetery, but happy cemetery. I don't know why it's so happy, but here we have some interesting thoughts about the people who lives here. Some words of our university. We are in the northeastern part of Romania, very close to Republic of Moldova, and also not so far for the northern part of our country. It's not so far for southern part of western and southern part of Ukraine. We are maybe in 2 hours in Chernăuți. I don't know if it's the same pronunciation. A big city.
Yes, Chernivtsi.
Chernivtsi. Thank you very much. Yes, and we I think we can easily collaborate with this part, and it's not so far also from Kiev. Our city, it's maybe the second or the fourth in Romania. We don't know exactly because we have now a metropolitan area and we have more or less 400,000 inhabitants. And here is the first modern Romanian university. But we have 5 public and 3 private universities in our town. And the last slide with this introduction, in Iași, in my town, first Romanian print, first school, first synagogue, first Romanian university, of course, and world's first Jewish theater. We say here we are very good in partnership with other countries, with people from other countries. We are not intolerant with another ethnic people. Yes. So about my topic, the first question is, what is partnership? We have here some good definition, more or less formal process, which 2 or more different types of organization, maybe or entities, maybe from public, maybe from civil sector or private sector, they all together agree to implement some action, some plan in order to gain advantages for all of partners, for all of these entities. Also, it's very interesting because in partnership we have to have a confluence of interest. We have to have a common plan. But also sometimes the results are below expectation because we don't understand clear each other. We have different cultural types, organizational cultural types, so it's very difficult to communicate. It's very difficult to put together all the resources we the levels which can address in this analysis are individual. How good are we, are myself, are you maybe in a team, at organizational level, between organization, and also we can put our analysis in international level. We take at the last for the first. At country, if we see in the countries, we have to see the differences. We have to see the stereotypes and here.
Excuse me, Ірина. Араїк, чи підписано принаймні так. Будь ласка, навчіться користуватися технікою, вимкніть звук. У нас є адміністратор, будь ласка, заблокуйте, виключіть йому звук. Окей, thank you.
Okay. If there are questions, please let me know, but it's easier to make clear question, because if not, I cannot understand. Maybe, yes, I think we can, no, I think we can close micro. Okay. So at the country level, maybe we see and we have to analyze the differences, the stereotypes. I think a lot of us think that Germans are in one way, the Romanian are in another way, and so on. We have to break these stereotypes if we want to collaborate with each other. European funds come to regional level, and I hope you already participate maybe sometimes in European projects with financed by European funds. So in this type of programs, it's important the regional level. And here we have another analysis to do. What is the strategy of the region? What are our goals, and so on. And of course, we can set the individual level. All of us, like in our quality of citizen, demand good treatment, empathy from the part of the others, or from the part of government, and a good communication, of course. And here we have the principle of European funds. If you see, the first one is partnership. This doesn't mean that all of projects have to be done in partnership. But if we have a partnership, maybe we gain some points in order to gain the budget, the financing top. Yes. Also, we have a principle like innovation, integrated approach. We don't like projects that are only focus in one objectives. We think integrated in integrated manner, and of course transnational cooperation. So for us, it's important to have a foreign partner. Also, what I very rapidly understand, it's not only the mere existence of a partner, but the quality of partnership is very, very important. For example, in one time, we have a very good project about agriculture with a lot of partners. For example, from Turkey, we have women association, because we know the woman involvement in economic life in Turkey, it's not so good. So we have a lot of very, very good partners, and we think a very good project. But the evaluation reject our project, and the reason was the evaluator, the reviewer, sent us the reasons. One reason was, yes, we have a good partnership, but no organization have an historical and anterior experience with another partner. So it is like we meet each other like in a wedding, and we meet each other in social media. Our mother didn't give us a lot of chance to have a good marriage if me and my husband meet in social media. Yes, it's important to have an historical experience with at least some partner, not with all, but with some partner, not in project, but in particular events like this one. Yes, we have to put this event in our historical partnership in order to convince the financing organization to give us money, because we can collaborate. Yes, it's important to see this. It's better, I think, if we take part in some network structure. For example, we have with Ukrainian University consortium, with Moldavian University also, and we meet maybe each 2 years and discuss together some plans and some programs we have together, some exchange mobilities for students, for professors, and so on. Some context, for example, the universities are seen like very important at very high level, very elitist organization. But in fact, for our students, and please the students which are today present, please think if you don't think it's more important to have a very interesting teaching classes, or to have modern facilities, or maybe the university help you to open a startup. Yes, we don't have to think, okay, if it's university, it's a very important and very elitist organization. Maybe for universities, it's more important to take these basic needs of the students in like a priority. And here we approach of our exercise, and please prepare to be involved. I hope I can see the chat. I will see. We think that in a partnership, empathy of the partners is a very important resource. What is empathy? Empathy have different definition, but I think the most important characteristic is our capacity to think what another people think. Yes, to understand what the other people, the next one, view the thing we have in front of us. Yes, and so please prepare of this exercise. There are not good or wrong answers, but we see some arguments. Please think that you want to start a business. Yes, like a student or like a professor, so on. You have normally 3 types of financing sources: your money, your own money, or for your relatives or for your friends. The second source is banks. And the third source is, for example, European funds. Of course, you have to prepare, in order to gain the money, in order to obtain the money, you have to prepare some papers, some dossiers, some folders. These types of documentation are more or less business plan. And in this business plan, normally we describe what we want to do, but the focus is, okay, the investment is done. What we manage the business after the investment? Yes, in business plan, the more important part is post-investment. How many employees we have, what prices we set for our products or for our services, what are our providers, and so on, so on. Yes, it's very, very important to think in business plan what exactly the business will run. the second documentation is feasibility study. In this feasibility study, we also have some information about our business, but the more important aspects are those related to investment. In feasibility study, we put exactly how building we will construct, what machinery we buy, and so on. How many meters we have in our aula, and so on, so on. Yes, technical approach we have here. And the third and the last one is grant application or financing application. Here, the financing entity put some different chapters. For example, they ask us to put in this grant application what objectives do we have, not only economic, but what objectives we have in terms of social aspects or environment aspects and so on. Yes, but this grant application is very different for each source of financing. So please write in chat very quickly what do you think is the importance of these three documents for each financing source? And one is most important, two a little bit less important, and three at least important. Yes, the minor importance. So please, in chat, you put this answer, own money, and then you put in first place whatever do you think is most important, business plan or feasibility study or grant application, but using only the letters, not all the words, because it's easier. In second place, what document is in second place, and in third place, the less important, no important document, if is your money. For banks, the same. You put banks, and then one, what is the most important document for the banks? What is the second one, and what is the third one? And if you ask money for European funds, what is the first important, the second important, and the third important? And please let me wait for a few minutes in order to see your answers. And I will give you in a minute the answer, and we can discuss a little.
Окей, шановні студенти, до вас було запитання. Подумайте і дайте відповідь лектору щодо послідовності. Як ви розставите, в якій послідовності вам запропонували три варіанти. A little bit translate for students.
Yes, I understand. It's difficult. I will put again the slide with the...
Okay.
Yes?
Зараз вам знову виведу цей слайд на екран.
Yes.
Перед вами слайд. І пріоритетність 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Here I put the source of money, and here the documentation. If there are some answers, I'd be glad to see. I don't know if... Okay, Alisa, thank you. But you have for whom is most, for what financing source is most important, the business plan? Because I assure you, it's not in the first place for all three of sources, business plan, yes. For at least one of these source, own money or banks or European funds, yes, Alisa, you are right. Business plan is most important, but for whom? Yes, for your father, for the bank, or for European funds. Yes, you have to please put this for banks or for European funds. Thank you for answer, for your answer. I give a little bit space, and then maybe it's time for discuss a little. No more answer. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a good theme to reflect. I will pass to the answer. This answer is I give this answer after I discuss with a lot of investors, because it's my doctoral team, and with a lot of banks, manager of banks, and with a lot of person who work in investment agency from part of European Union. So if it's your own money, normally, in theory, the most important is business plan. But believe me, a lot of investors didn't do a very good business plan. They do only maybe simplified business plan in best cases, or caricatural business plan. They do, if there are, if is our money, normally the only document we make is feasibility study. Why? Because we have to do this document. Normally, if is our money, normally we don't like to make a lot of papers. Yes, we don't want to fill a lot of papers. We don't like bureaucracy. So we try to put this bureaucratic part at minimum, and the only document we really have to do.
Та я виходила 20 разів, його немає. Де він стоїть? Я ж
Я
виходила.
вибачаюся, Олена Іванівна, звук вимкніть.
Він раз, два, три.
It's not clear. If yes, let me put this argument, and if this questions we talk. So if it's our money, the more important maybe is business plan, but also in the lot of cases, the only document which is made is feasibility study. So maybe here, if it's our own money, the correct answer is business plan, feasibility study, and we don't have grant application because our relatives normally, if they care of us, didn't ask us to fill a grant application. But the correct answer is also feasibility study is most important, because we have to do, because we need, for example, construction improvement, building for construct a building, we have to go to some organization and take an approval for community part, yes. Or we have to buy some equipment, so we have to put in paper what kind of equipment we want. So in a lot of cases, if it's our own money, the only document made is feasibility study. But I repeat, in theory, the most important have to be business plan and the second feasibility study. If we go to banks, normally banks put in the first place business plan, in the second feasibility study, and in the third grant application. Maybe here we have some questions. Why? Because the banks are interested, first of all, that our business will be okay after investment. Because normally the relation with the banks is the banks give us some money and us give the money after our business it's done. So the banks is very interested that our business it's okay, yes, run in the proper manner. Also, the banks have a lot of experts who can assess the risk, because in business plan, maybe the most difficult to assess are the risks associated with our business, yes. And if it's European funds, believe me, the most important is grant application. The second one is feasibility study. And in the third one is business plan. Maybe it's not so clear why, because Alisa was right. Maybe the business plan is the most important document, and I agree with Alisa. But if you see the process of selection of the projects in European Funds Organization, the organization which administrate, which manage the European funds, you will see that for them, the most important document are this grant application. Why? Because in this grant application are social objectives, are environment objectives, and this chapter are the same for all applicants. And for this kind of funds, it's very, very important to make a very correct, transparent, and public evaluation. Maybe you have a very good business plan, you have a brilliant business plan, but if you don't have a very good grant application, believe me, you don't get the European funds, okay? And for me, this kind of exercise is very important, because in this kind of exercise, we understand that it's important to have a very good document, including business plan, including feasibility study, and including grant application. But we have to focus, if we have no time, or maybe we have no a lot of resources, we have to concentrate, we have to focus in the most important document for this kind of financing organization. Yes, if you go to banks, you have to do a very good business plan and maybe not so good feasibility study. If you can, of course, you make also a good feasibility study, but if you don't have time, it's more important to focus on business plan. Okay, let's finish with some proposition and with some final remarks. Thank you for participation, and at final I will leave a few minutes for questions if there are. For me, it's very, very also important as partner to pay attention to the details. For example, for me, when I was a skiing person, it's very, very important to have this kind of support and not to take the ski in my hand, because it was very, very difficult. This kind of attention for the clients, it's very, very important, or also for partners, to think what partners it's more comfortable in what context. And of course, also we have to communicate very clear. I understand it's very difficult if we speak different languages, but now with a lot of technology, I think it's easier. It's very, very important to have a very clear message. Yes, for example, the name of ark and the name of the boat for Noe with a lot of inundation, with a lot of flood water, yes. If it's the same and the poor Noe made this kind of ark, all of us will be dead in this moment because all of us was in the water. And the last message, and I finish with a project proposition for the students. If in projects or in partnership, we have to accept horizontal evaluation, of course, the answer is yes. Even it's very, very difficult for us to accept this evaluation, not for our boss, but for our colleagues. Yes, it's a little bit difficult, but it's important if we want to have a good partnership. And finally, I will I prepare a lot of images, but finally, we have to think us as university and us as students have to gain if we think to collaborate, for example, the university with businesses. So we have a lot of interesting programs, teachers with persons who work in companies, in firms, and these companies maybe invest in our university, and they finance student contests or co-working spaces, and also relevant events like this. Some person of media come to Georgia, and these are some pictures for projects I have in partnership for my students. For example, here they work in teams in order to be more better team workers, or also this kind of project. I know in this time is difficult to think in environment and so on, but for our students, and maybe in the very close future will be relevant also for your students, to think it's important to have a good nature, good parks, good natural areas. So a lot of projects come for this idea. In Sweden in 2060, some people think when they have jogging, it's better to also collect waste from nature. So a lot of projects come for in these ideas. I make also some projects with my students, a lot of waste in our forest, but finally we finish. Thank you for your attention. If there are questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Ірина. Шановні студенти, чи є запитання до нашого лектора? Lecture in Ukraine a little bit have other forms than in your university. Mostly our student on the lecture just listen lecture and haven't any question, and on practical or seminar they have a question and we discuss about other theme. I sincerely thank you for the interesting lecture, for the opportunity to talk and see you. And I think that we see with you soon.
I hope also. And we see if we can go a little far, because I have messages, and who knows, maybe we try to make some interesting projects also for your colleagues and also for your students. Maybe we found a way to receive some students here in Iași, and we will be glad. Yes.
Thank you. And I sent you a few questions about our student for end of February. And if you got some information, and then
Yes.
please send me. Okay.
Yes, yes, I sure send you maybe this week some figures about accommodation. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And all of you are invited when you have some some interesting proposition to collaborate with me, and of course to Yash. And
Okay. We plan our trip to Banska Bystrica with a colleague. I sent email last week to Janeta, да. And now I wait answer. And I think such we plan 1st of December go to Banska Bystrica.
Perfect. Good luck. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Best wishes. Bye.
Bye.